Welcome to Inside Our Portfolio Volume 2. Before going inside, let's look at how the portfolio did in the last week. We have been doing good as there are few stocks which are beating the markets consistently in our portfolio. Sensex was up 5% and our portfolio was up 3%. This underperformance was because of low exposure we have in the portfolio now. We are presently holding about close to 50% in equities and balance of the money is kept in liquid funds. This is because we are expecting markets to go down and we don't want to carry huge position so that we restrict our losses. So now what are our stocks doing? Here is a table of all the stocks that we talked about last week. You can see that all the 5 of them have made very good gains. All of them have made more than 5%. Going stock by stock, Intellect Design Arena made close to 9% gain. Here we are looking at a close about 270 to 276, and at that levels, depends upon the strength that stock has, is going to be crucial for us to continue hold the stock in our portfolio. Himadri Speciality Chemicals made close to 6% gains. It broke the nearest resistance at 131, clearing ground for the next rally. Our target here is 178. Probably looks like we will get closer to the number. HCL Infosys, though made 6% gains, was lagging in its movement because it is struggling to break the nearest resistance even after a fairly good time that the stock has been in our portfolio. Hence, we have decided to exit at break-even and look for next opportunities in this stock, and there is break-even happening. Next one, Sterlite Technologies, again made 8% gains last week. It reached a new high on close and has cleared full-fledged bearish confirmations on the monthly as well as the weekly charts. While daily charts in the process of this movement have developed strength, which shows that there can be further rally in the stock. We intend to hold till there is weakness on the daily charts. Chances are that in that rally, weekly can get more bullish and the stock gets held on into our portfolio. The last stock we talked about last week, L&T Technology Services, which made 7% gains last week, did manage to get past the previous high, historic high of 1,750, while on the last day of the week, it gave back most of the gains after Indian currency got into strength from the news that India got for its oil purchase from Iran. Daily charts again have gained strength. It might take a couple of more sessions before we get weakness in this chart and take exit in this stock. So now coming to these stocks we added last week. This table shows the fundamental strength of all the stocks that got added into a portfolio or what we bought last week. Almost all of them are having consistent earnings and sales growth. Let's go by one. Bajaj Finserve is a continuous outperformer with strong numbers. Even in September results, we have triple-digit growth on both sales and profits. Profit grows at 151% compared to last year, same quarter, and sales grows 121%. Exorbitant growth on the both fronts. AU Small Finance, a relatively younger stock in the market, began to show good numbers with 30% growth on profits and 59% growth on sales. Ideally, when sales grows X number, profit also should get supported. There we find some lag, but still expect it to catch up soon. Bandhan Bank, yet another newbie, which has given 47% earnings growth and 37% sales growth. And the next was Delta Corp, a gaming company. It is said that when a man goes into extreme bad or good mode, he spends more money on gaming. Probably that is what is happening now in the country. First 10 months we have been bad on the markets, and this stock has been doing well in the last 1 year. It has been in the growth for more than a year now and continues to be so, with again triple digit earnings growth at 109% and sales growing at 66%. There have been a lot of results pouring in, while we have selected only these 4 to take position based on the supremacy. We have a ranking table. On the rankings, these are the stocks which is showing at top. Now let's look at where we took entry and what are the targets we are expecting on the stocks. We have kept all the 4 charts here in single screen so that we can spend more time getting to know the patterns that they have. Let's go one by one. Bajaj Finserve, we bought at 5,450 levels. We can see a very good bullish divergence on both histogram and MACD. There is very less bears as the stock went down. There was a thrust towards upside after the stock hit the bottom. It spent almost whole of the week after our entry flat and gave a good move on Friday. Looking at the strength that it's building on the chart, as well as the fundamental strength that the stock has, 7,000 target that we have kept looks like will get reached. AU Bank and Bandhan Bank, both of them are new stocks in the market, and hence they don't have longer term charts to have a longer view on the targets. So we have fixed closer targets, while their patterns look extremely good. AU Small Finance Bank was bought at 523 levels, keeping a stop at somewhere around 484 rupees, 483. Around 40 rupees was the risk, and we are looking at a target of 636, about 115 rupees gain, somewhere around 3 times the risk we have exposed on this stock. Bandhan Bank was bought at 389 levels. We are looking for a target of 530, and stop loss here is 335, again about 50 rupees risk and 140 rupees gain. Close to 3 times reward is what we are looking at here too. In both these stocks, since they don't have longer term charts, our exit criteria will be on even smallest weakness on the daily chart. So there are chances of getting exit before they reach target, as we require continuous upside on the price move and not a single down tick. Only then we will hold on, and that may or may not happen. So chances of early exit is possible, while as of now charts are looking very good. Last stock, Delta Corp, was a superstar among our recent entries. We picked up at 224 levels. We can see there was a kind of double bottom where histogram did not go below 0. Even MACD was strong, showing that bears were almost 0 when stock reached a low. We already have exposure in this stock, and we have added new to take better returns out of this stock. Our target on this stock is 326. It is of course far away. Looking at around 100 plus points gain, and the stop loss here is 181. Again, the risk is also somewhere close to 40 rupees. So we are looking at 2.5 times reward from this stock. After our entry, the stock did extremely well. It even breached the previous resistance. We can see the green and blue bar. Current price has breached that, and at that levels even the indicators are giving huge strength. With the kind of strength the stock is showing, and bearishness going to be there in the market, what we said about the gaming companies' advantages, this stock is going to be likely to be the biggest gainer among all the recent positions we took. For this week, this was the whatever we spoke now is for last week. Coming week, we are looking at few as our analysis somehow did not bring commitment to buy. We have more stop losses moving closer to the current price on stocks which we are holding. Probably market is due for further corrections. We don't know. Chances are it might happen soon. So all these stocks we are discussing here are fundamentally strong ones with best profit and sales growth. Even if we get out of them, finding weakness on their charts, we will have all of them in our radar for next entry opportunities. When I say we are exiting a good company, there will be a question, why should you exit when they are looking good? Yes, the answer to this is fundamentally these are strong stocks, while we require the same also to hold on technically. Price moves will benefit our investment only if both are same. Instead, if price moves in the opposite direction, not having them in the portfolio will be a better advantage for us. If there is going to be some weakness on the price front, let the stock complete that and get back. After that, we will have them in our portfolio. By doing this, transactions are going to be higher, which I prefer to have a little of higher transaction cost and even taxes, because STCG is going to come, which is at 5% more than LTCG. Comparing to the losses that a weak stock creates in the portfolio, having transactions is better, because most of the times through my experience I've seen that after a good result, suddenly next result gets to be weak and stocks collapse. So it's better to get when there is weakness coming up in the price front, and if there is fundamental strength continuing in the stock, we will get in later. By moving in and out, it will help us have a smoother equity curve in our portfolio, in contrast to the equity curve which is having wild swings. When portfolio is held throughout, what happens is we go through wild swings, big up and down moves in the portfolio's values. Instead, if we have a smoother one, it brings a lot more confidence. When you see a smoother equity curve, it gives us, helps us know that my money is doing well in the market, let me put more money into it. So that's it for the week. This week is going to be a short week for the markets. Chances are that we might close flat for the whole week too. So happy Diwali to all of you, and look forward to a great year ahead. Thank you.